Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting
It's
you
the
now.
Daily Go Get Optimism Show. It's the Daily Go Get Optimism Show. And here we go. Here we go. And everything is going to be all right. Let's start this thing now. What's going on, y'all? Pretty Petty Tuesday all up in the area. And this is the Daily Go Get Optimism Show. I'm glad to be back. I couldn't be here last night because of circumstances beyond my control. Well, let me just put it like this. I was in a lot of pain last night. And I had to let it subside. I couldn't come through, and I couldn't do it even if I wanted to be proud. So I had to bail out last night, but I'm here and I'm healthy. And for the foreseeable future, I should be okay. Because it's the daily go get optimism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. So tonight, on this Pretty Petty Tuesday, the 12th of July, we are talking about those times when you wasn't feeling yourself. Those times when you weren't feeling yourself. Like, you know, in those times, those dark times of ours, those low times of ours, what did it have to do with? You know, normally the times in our lives that are low, dark, whatever you might call them, are times when our confidence was low. And those are times when we have to think about where our confidence comes from. It's hard to have bad times or be at your low point when your confidence is high, because you know when your confidence is high, there's something that's feeding you, that's fueling you, that's pushing you on to let you know that you can keep doing it and keep going. So what is it? For some people, it's their looks. For some people, it's their money. For some people, it's their love. You know how it is. For some people, no matter what they have going on, looks-wise, money-wise, financial, whatever, if they don't have somebody in their life to share it with, they be feeling like it's just the end of the world. I can't do it solo dolo. You know I gotta do what I got to do. I got to get with you. So we gonna talk about it. What about you? What about you? You know, not saying that you're that type of person, but what kind of person are you? What is the thing that keeps you out of those times when you aren't feeling yourself? When you ain't feeling yourself, I mean, can it be just like some other thing that's going on? Like, it's hard to not feel yourself when you got it going on. But I'm not talking about the got it going on that other people tell you that you have. I'm talking about when you feeling it yourself, because you know how it is. There are a lot of rich and famous people out there who really do not believe that they have it going on. You could tell by all of this cosmetic surgery that's going on out here. You could tell by the amount of depression, people out there taking pills, baby. They on medication. They in a bad headspace. They are a head case. They got a headspace. They are a head case. They got bad headspace. They are a head case. You can't do nothing. They can't not erase the bad feelings that they have for themselves. They at their low point like a motherfucking yourself. All right, let's get into it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. With this your daily. The Daily Go Get Optimism Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the. Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get a Business Show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Today, like I said, on this Pretty Petty Tuesday, this July 12th, we are talking about those times when you wasn't feeling yourself. People talk about the times when they wasn't feeling themselves, and they will definitely talk about the times now if they are feeling themselves. Sometimes people are very obnoxious, extremely obnoxious about how they're feeling themselves, and they tell you, well, you know, if you don't have confidence in yourself, then nobody else is going to have confidence in you either. Well, that's not true. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody is going to believe in you either. Well, that's not true. Actually, I'll tell you what's more than true. Sometimes people take advantage of people who don't believe in themselves because they know when they start believing in themselves, they will allow themselves to stop being taken advantage of in some kind of way by other people. So managers, owners in entertainment, they take advantage of people who aren't feeling themselves or people who are low in their confidence all the time because they know that they can monetize it. Yeah, this person doesn't think that they look all that good. They don't think that they all that smart and all of that. But guess what? They can sing their ass off. All we got to do is try to manage this little drug problem that they have. Lindsay Lohan, baby. Lindsay Lohan. DMX. Cats like that. You know what I'm saying? With behind each and every last drug addiction problem, what you will find is low confidence. That's what you're going to find. That's the biggest reason to use drugs. It's definitely the reason to abuse drugs. You need something to make you feel like you are. Most people, by the time they start really getting into their addiction, they're not even getting high anymore. They're getting to that point that they need to be. That's their regular self. To them, to you, they're high. To them, that's what they need in order to be. They can't even exist any other way. And it's a scary way to be. And it's a dangerous way to be. And definitely a disheartening thing to have to watch going on with somebody who you know really has all the tools and the skills to pay the bills. The skills to pay the bills. Do you have the skills to pay the bills? Do you? Do you? Well, a lot of people do have the skills to pay the bills. But paying the bills isn't always the skill that they're looking for. You know, that one thing, that one motivating factor in people is what defines people the most. That one motivating thing, that thing that they feel like they have on their side that will be the Pied Piper for them. As tragic, as disheartening, and as irritating as the story may be for some people, when you look at R. Kelly, when you look at the R. Kelly situation, R. Kelly is doing 30 years in jail for using the very thing that made him the Pied Piper. I mean, he called himself the Pied Piper of R&B. I don't know for a fact that he understood the gravity of what he titled himself to be. But he had what it took. He had skills out the wazoo as far as musical talent is concerned. Personally, I think R. Kelly was the best. I think he was the best. And honestly, now I think he's unchallenged as far as being the best. And I've never seen another artist that was as prolific and made songs that I wanted to hear. Like you take an artist like Prince. Prince was extremely prolific, and he wrote for a bunch of people, but I didn't like all the songs. I ain't going front. I didn't like most of the songs. I appreciated the fact that he could put that many out, but I was like, a lot of it sounds the same to me, and I don't really like all of it. Just being real. R. Kelly put out the shit that I liked. I was like, yo, that. He knew what he had on his side in order to attract those young girls or women of all ages. He attracted women of all ages. His choice were the young girls. But there's no denying where his talent is. I mean, where his confidence level was. I would imagine right now, you know, I've heard rumors about or reports about him being suicidal and being on suicide watch and all of that. I could see this being a time when he's not feeling himself. All the money, all the talent, can't get him out of this situation. He can't dig himself out of this situation, or should I say, he can't climb out of this hole that he has dug for himself. It's sad, and that's regardless of whether you agree with his convictions, his sentencing, the charges, whatever. It's a sad story either way. But his story is not unlike a lot of other people's story that have fell from grace. A fall from grace is a fall from grace. But when you find out from people personally the times when they weren't feeling themselves, you'd be surprised at what it really was. Especially now that they're feeling themselves. You know what I mean? Look at all these chicks running down the Dominican Republic and other Latino countries and fucking Mexico and places like that, trying to get a fat ass, risking their lives, getting a BBL. And it's crazy because now they call it a Brazilian butt lift. Like they actually picked out a country for it. That's what BBL stands for, Brazilian butt lift. So you're not just going to go get a butt job, which is what most of us called it for years and years. They put a country and a title to it, a BBL. So is that like a specific kind of butt lift? Like I want it to look like this. Whatever the case may be, those women are not feeling themselves. All those women who wear all of that makeup day after day after day and will never let you see them without it. They are not feeling themselves. They're not. They'll lie to you and be like, yes, I am, because I look good. Yo, your image looks good. You know that when you take all that stuff off, you don't like the way you look. And you're not feeling yourself. But you ain't going to tell nobody that. You really think that you have the world fooled. Just like R. Kelly thought he had a lot of the world fooled, and he did. And these chicks think they have it fooled too. Have the world fooled too. So that's what we talk about tonight on the daily. Where's your confidence? Where does your confidence lie? And when those times that were dark for you, those times when you weren't feeling yourself, what was that about? What was that about? If y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn thing. Please make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Get a Business Show. I'm your host on 752, and we are talking about those times when you weren't feeling yourself. You wasn't feeling yourself, yo. What was it about? For a lot of men, that money. The times when their pockets was low, they wasn't feeling themselves. Most men look at it like, I don't care if I look like a gorilla or an ivory ape. I know that if I get this money, I can get these women and I can get the respect of men. And unfortunately, those claims have been substantiated and validated. It's the truth. I have seen many of a not so great looking guy. He got that money. He got those girls. He had access. I mean, shoot, most men want the toys that he can get. The things that he can get besides the women, but the things that attract the women. If you can go out and buy any car of any price that you want, you don't want that? You'd be crazy not to want to be able to do that. Even if you don't want to do it, it would be nice to be able to do it. Planes, real estate, able to travel the world, exotic women. I struggle with that term, exotic women. I like women with that exotic look. You know what that normally means to black people, right? Yes, she has that exotic look. It normally means it don't look nothing like me and you. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. Well, we come in all shapes, sizes, colors, hues, and all of that, but y'all know. I see that we have a caller on the line. Caller with the last numbers 1132. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind this evening? What's good?
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Feeling like a real man should. How are you?
Trying to turn TV down for the year.
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. That's what's up.
Okay. This is a very important subject that I had to call in about because I think a lot of people need to hear this. I was real big at one point. To me, I was.
Mm-hmm.
And my mental wasn't together because of rejection.
Okay.
And I thought if I could just be small, I gain my confidence, I be secure or whatnot, that don't have nothing to do with it. Because you could have false confidence and you could have real confidence.
True.
And this started for me from when I'm 12. I was 12 years old and I'm 51 now.
Okay.
And I was size 16. And now I'm a size 10.
Okay.
And I still deal with this issue, but I know that I have confidence, but the enemy still comes at me because I'm making right choices and I don't want anything in my life. And it's like they're mad at me because I did it the right way. I had all kinds of diets I had to deal with. I even deal with my dark side. I deal with bulimia. I had that. Nobody in my family knew I was just that. I just like, to me, either you accept me or you don't accept me. So I just don't like that surgery stuff. It's really dangerous unless you really have to. Cosmetic surgery, to me, is very vain because you could gain yourself back or you get what a doggone dude that got money and got bank or whatever, and you think he's fly and you pretty and whatnot. You get with him and he call you ugly. He call you ugly, he put you down because you want to do something stupid that he wants you to do. And you know you ain't gonna do that. And your mind is messed up because of that. You back to square one.
So you think that people who get cosmetic surgery don't even really believe? Well, do you think that they don't even really have the confidence that they say that they have even after the surgery?
I don't know. Women say, they do look up for. I'm not, first of all, I'm not gay. I'm not bi.
Okay.
I'm not a hoe either. I love men. Okay. I don't heard women say, "Oh, when I lose weight, I'm gonna be fine, and I'm gonna get what I want to get." First, you gotta change your attitude because you'll be lost weight and still won't have that meat.
Okay.
That don't have anything to do with it. It's a process, and it's like the Lord. I don't care who knows who I am. I'm Stacey. I know you know who I am, but I deal with this. I deal with this on a daily basis. And a lot of people say they go surgery because they don't like who they is. You gotta go. That's a mental thing. You gotta learn to love who you is and like who you is. Like I love not wearing so much makeup now. I'm dealing with skin issues, and that's the only reason why I really wear it. But when my face gets back together, it'll be off again. So
did you wear?
I've been through.
Wait, did you wear a lot of makeup before?
No, when I was in high school, I didn't wear none of that, no makeup at all.
Okay.
I didn't start wearing makeup until I got out of high school.
Okay. No, I mean, like,
I'm really.
I mean, as an adult, was there a time when you wore a lot of makeup? Like maybe
No,
like when you felt like you were heavy, when you felt like you had too much weight on you, whatever. Did you wear makeup then?
no, I'm girly. I love makeup. I love all that stuff. I don't do that.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. And they don't understand. I don't. The reason why certain things behind these things. You could attract certain spirits behind whatever you're doing. Too much makeup, too much tight clothes. Women don't be understanding the meaning of certain things, but you gotta have a relationship with the Lord. So
You gotta have what?
you gotta have a relationship with the Lord. So then you will know certain meanings behind certain things, and certain things, the reason why, and I didn't even know who God was, and He was using me and taking me this way, taking me that way, and what's in turning, and I'm very confident now. That's why when somebody says they say, I give them the middle finger. I give them the middle finger. I show my faith. I really am.
Okay. Okay. So all right. So with you, would you say that you wasn't feeling you weren't feeling yourself because of the way that you look? Was it just the weight, or was the weight basically?
It was the weight. For me, it was the weight. I said, well, maybe it's me. I thought it was the weight. And because I wasn't doing things that normally these kids was doing or these young people was doing. And then I was big, and I had a nice childhood growing up, nice teenagers, but I was steady getting rejected. I'm saying to myself, I don't know. And then I figured it out when I got older. It's not me. It's not me at all. And I still deal with weight issues because I love to eat. I deal with it. And I said, all those years, I'll tell my 16. All those years I would wear girdles to keep me tight and right. And I just said I suffered. Because that suffering, God, that I went through growing up, they tell me, in place and stuff. And I said, if I ever get big again, I will not do that. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing
that. Okay. So when you lost weight, did you start feeling yourself more? Did that give your confidence a boost?
I got confidence in myself. I started feeling pretty. I started feeling sexy, and you can be sexy without being half naked. You can be sexy, be not half naked. And I got me a tattoo. I felt even more powerful, but getting tattoos and stuff on your body is not what it's cracked up to be. I had a tattoo for a long time. None of my family members knew it, especially my younger ones that was behind me. I got that tattoo for my personal reason. Only person I knew that I had a tattoo was my mother. She couldn't believe that I had got one. I just felt attractive more then, with all this, but I do believe I got the real confidence. I don't have ego. I know the difference between ego and I know the difference between confidence. And I know what I would take and what I would not take. I never lost money from a man taken from me. That's why I'm not bitter at men, because the only thing I lost was a broken heart, but they never took nothing. I never was stupid to give them $250 or whatever. So I'm dealing with a beast now that's coming at me because she's been stupid in her life. To me, I don't care. Men can do anything they want to do and don't look stupid or nothing. But when a woman does it 3 times, get married 3 times, it's something when you have to be a common denominator. You have to look at yourself.
Okay. What I was asking was this. You know how like some people let's say people who get cosmetic surgery. So let's say you you get new titties, or you get a new butt, or whatever it is you do, you might feel more confident because you look different to the rest of the world. But I'm wondering if on the inside, do you think that they still feel that confidence, or is it just a projected confidence to everybody else?
It's only for a short minute. That's a lie from the enemy. It's only a short minute.
So you don't think it's real?
A short.
Like,
I don't think it's real.
Okay, all right. That's what I was wondering, because like I've known people who got, like, for example, the weight loss surgery. So they got the weight loss surgery, and they lost a lot of weight or whatever, and they were looking different. I'm going to say looking different because not everybody I know who got weight loss surgery look what I consider to be better. Some people look better, and some people they just look different. So, but then a lot of them gained the weight back.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, did their confidence really, did their true confidence increase, and did it decrease again? Because I'm thinking, like, if you go through those measures in order to save your emotional or psychological life, and then you find yourself right back in the same position after the surgery, they're not going to let you get another surgery like that, another weight loss surgery. It's not going to happen. So it's like now you're stuck where you were before, and like, what do you do now? I'm thinking like that if you had low confidence before, and now you're back at the same spot, that confidence is probably going to be even lower because you don't have the option to get out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like people who lose money, like with men, when men put all of their eggs in that money basket, like, this is how I get women, this is how I attract people to me, this is how I get friends, this is how I get love. When they don't have that money anymore, they recognize, like, yo, you'll hear them complaining about it all the time. When I was paying for everything, when I had it like that, everybody was with me, everybody was on my side. As soon as I didn't have it anymore and I needed something from somebody, I couldn't get it from nobody. Nobody had it, and all my friends left. My woman left me. Everybody, she took the kids, she took the car, she took the house, she took everything. But you can always make money again. That's a fact.
Yeah.
You can always, unless you won the lottery or something, you can make the money back doing whatever it was that you did in the beginning to get the money. But when we talk about some things that depend on other people, if your confidence and the way that you're feeling yourself revolves around that, it could be a lot harder. Like some people, online, on social media and stuff like that, you'll hear a lot of people really, really express how bad they feel about being single. They don't want to be single. So a lot of their confidence revolves around being able to show that they have somebody. And I say being able to show. I'm only saying that because that's what I see. It doesn't mean that for them, it may be like, all right, yeah, I'm showing y'all this, but I really need it for me. Like that person that I'm showing you is actually giving me something. They're giving me love. They're giving me a feeling of unity. They make me feel like I'm not lonely, or like I'm important, or like, we're together, we're a united front, whatever the case may be. But a lot of times when people get into those relationships so that other people can see, they wind up getting into toxic relationships or damaging or unhealthy relationships because they really just want to get out of that loneliness bag. And so they haven't vetted those people that they're going to be with well enough to withstand, or they haven't chosen the right person to be with. So they're really only so they're only going to be with that person for a short amount of time, and it's going to be tough. You know what I mean? But so it's hard. It's a little harder to get your confidence through being with somebody, going with somebody, or being married to somebody, because that other person has to be on board with that. Other than that, you're just faking the funk, and you're really not happy. You're really not happy with what you have. You just have a way to show other people, like, oh yeah, look, this is us on Valentine's Day. This is us at Christmas. This is us on vacation, and they don't know that y'all not really together. Y'all not really happy. You're paying for everything. You're paying for this imagery, but what you really wanted was love, and that might be the hardest thing for you to get, because somebody else has to love you in order for you to have love. You can have love one-sided, but that's not really having love. It's giving love. It's showing love. You know what I mean? But until you have that person giving the love right back to you, I don't think that that's really having love in your life. So but that's tough. It really does literally take two to tango in that situation. That could be.
And I understand when you're happy, you want to show, but it's a such thing as being happy, showing, and then trying to make and then doing it out of malice, trying to make people jealous of your life when I don't even want to be a preacher. Maybe I don't want to be a wife, you know. So why doing all? You ain't really happy if you focusing on my life. I'm right where I am. God got me in a place right where I am. I'm happy with my own apartment right now. I'm happy that I'm celibate. God blessed me with a beautiful cat. I'm happy with that. I'm just living my life. I'm happy. But I ain't throwing it in everybody's face like, well, ooh, this and ooh, that, trying to make somebody jealous. I don't like that. I don't like that. Now people will become jealous sometimes. But when you're trying to do it and you don't like that person, you're trying to make that person, you don't know if that person's suicidal. You don't know suicidal running in that family, where that person is just fed up and want to just, It also, I'm dealing with situations, stupid stuff like that. I'm 51 years old. I ain't got time I didn't act like that when I was in 12th grade, and I'm not going to act like that at 51.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got little cousins. Yeah, I got little cousins looking up to me, and they doing real good in life. I'm very proud of them. Because I walk in my cousin's shadow. Only thing different around the husband, but that's cool. I'm not worried about it. It's coming.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm walking in his shadow. And just like the other ones, they walking in my shadow. So maybe, she tripped on for that. But that's a mental thing. That's really what it is. It's a mental thing. You have to deal with that. Don't deal with that. You're going to end up being suicidal, in jail, or I don't know. It's just crazy out here. But I deal with the way this shit.
Yeah.
People know it now if they listen to the show. I deal with weight issues up and down. I go up and down,
Okay.
And when I get big and everything, my mindset has changed now, and I'm happy being big.
Okay.
Before I wasn't happy when I was big because I was getting rejected, and I thought that's what it was. I thought, the weight issue. And it's sad to me when I hear young ladies like 38 and younger saying that, when I get this surgery, I'm gonna be fine, and I'm gonna have all the. And then they say it, and they don't know they have predators looking at them, or people that know they got low self-esteem try them. You think you won't be tried, you could be trying that. And it's not even like that. If you're doing it for that, if the doctors heard them say that, I wouldn't even give them surgery.
Now wait a minute, wait. You said, didn't you say you were like a size? Would you say you was a size 10?
Yeah, I'm 10.
You think that's big?
No, it's not big.
I'm about to say.
I'm gaining a little bit of weight because my pants fit. If I'm getting big, but that's not big at all.
Okay.
And the size I wasn't big. You know, now that I look at myself back in the day, I'm like, what? She's not on me. But this is the attack from the enemy that I was getting coming from outside, and then the inside. It's internal, you know.
Yeah.
That's the way I would think, you know. And people, if they didn't love themselves, they're gonna continue to do the surgery regardless of what you try to say to them, and until they find out. They have to be ones to find out.
Well, yeah, you look at like you look at celebrities like rappers like Lil Kim, and everybody talks about how messed up she looks because she got all of those surgeries or whatever, and and you know she does. She looks horrible. She looks like an alien. I don't know. I've never seen anything.
90 seconds.
Seen anything or anybody that looks like her, but she's a real good example of somebody who you can tell isn't feeling themselves, but trying to but still previously had a lot of reasons to feel themselves. I mean, when you think about it, she had money, she had fame, she had success, um, she had access, things like that, things that the average person only dreams of. But when you deal with the individual, you find out that it's not about what the world wants for you or what the world admires about you. It's about what you think you give to the world and what you admire about yourself that you think that you're giving to the world. Because the world inside of you is more important than the world around you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
you have, I mean, if you look at the list of celebrities that have committed suicide, and it's depression behind all of that, and each and every last one of them, it wasn't like they was broke, it wasn't like that they had fell from grace or whatever. They did it when they was hot. They did it when they were. Some of them did it when they were on their way up. You know what I'm saying? So it matters. It's very psychological. But the way that a person feels about themselves, the tools that they carry, and their powers of attraction, once their powers of attraction are taken away from them in their minds, it's hard for them to cope. And that's when those are the times when they're not feeling themselves. So people jump around on stage and they sing and they dance and they act and they doing whatever it is. Maybe maybe they're not even a performer, but they are able to perform around their friends in whatever way that they do it and put on a good face. You know what I'm saying? Maybe after a few drinks or whatever the case may be. But and people close to them know that they're hurting inside and they're really just trying to get out of that dark place that they're in. So later on, when they finally get themselves together and they start to repair a little bit, and they talk about how they really weren't feeling themselves at this time, and you thinking like, dang, but you had it going on so much. I used to maybe you looked up to them, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So when you get to the person and find out what they personally feel about themselves, it sometimes it can have you scratching your head. Like, wow, I never would have thought it was like that, because you have so many things to be proud of with yourself, but turns out that you were hating yourself. It's an interesting situation, and it's definitely not where people want to be.
Just imagine, I have demons that kill me, and I didn't have no surgery. I did it, fair and square. I know the remedy. It's a different remedy because I remember I heard you saying a while back where you would have took the weight back then, but you're a little older now. So it's like if I'm gaining weight, I gotta find out what works for me now than when it was back then when I lost the weight. I don't want to lose the weight the wrong way, and I deal with struggles and with my my eating habits and everything. But I don't want to be looking crazy out here. So and I didn't have no surgery. So imagine them having that surgery. If you an eater and you a big girl, that big girl is still inside of you when you small.
Yeah, they won't even.
She's still there.
That you whoa, that's heavy right there because that is so true. That fat girl is still in them. You are so right, and that's the key right there. You know what's crazy though?
And that's yeah.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, when a person is big and they lose the weight, especially when they don't lose the weight the right way, yeah, that fat girl or that fat boy is still in them. But it doesn't seem to work the other way around. When somebody was
Yeah.
when somebody was really thin or fit or whatever, and they gain a bunch of weight and they get fat, it ain't like that skinny person seems to be still in there. You know what I mean?
It's so different. It is so different. I'm like, it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different when it's like that.
Yeah. But the problem may have been that when they were thin or they was fit, they probably still weren't in a good space in their lives. You know what I mean? Once again,
and back then it's a mind thing because you get an attitude. Because you'll be like, you know who I am, you know how I was back then. You get an attitude with everybody. You get before you lose that weight, you gotta deal with that mind.
yeah,
You gotta deal with that mind.
yeah.
Because that mind ain't right.
Well, that's
that's all I wanted to say because, like I said, I struggle too, but I stay in prayer. I write. That helps a lot. I walk. You will never imagine when you walk, you get a lot of stuff out of your mind. When you walking, you could be mad or upset or something, or sad. Really sad. Start walking. I bet you that'll get everything off.
yeah.
I love walking. I love it. And sometimes I don't even be like doing it, but I do it. That's the key.
Well, exercise helps you to keep your mind right. And people get away from exercising, and I don't know why, because it's so easy to forget how good exercising makes us feel, not just physically but definitely mentally and emotionally. But for some reason we stop doing it for a while, and then we have to be reminded of how good it makes us feel again. But for some reason we keep falling off. You know what I mean? It's actually the medicine that we just stop taking for some reason. But listen, I really appreciate you calling in. I appreciate your commentary, your insightfulness, and I look forward to hearing from you again.
It's not easy. It's not easy to talk about my situation, but I said I'll open up.
Well,
I want to hear somebody.
I think you did a good job, a very, very good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Good stuff right there. Great stuff. Great. All right, what we gonna do? I said what we gonna do? What we gonna do? First of all, let me give a shout out to everybody that's rocking with us today. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing. Max and Chill, and Carol Chamberlain. My friend, mi favorita. Thanks for coming through. It's always a great thing to see you. And Ansel Jones. My brother Ansel Jones, Baltimore Girls Can't Leave Him Alone. And Stacey White, thanks for coming on through tonight. Appreciate your insight. And to carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And my man Cal Doom coming through real soon. Thanks for coming on by. I say hi. Hey. And freedom and justice. Yo, bust this. Thanks for coming on through. No doubt. All right. I think I can. Oh, my big sis, Robin Ming. Here to do a thing. She's something like a queen for a king. Let me make sure I ain't forget nobody. Emily Dunlap in the house of city. Emily. And I saw my man, wait a minute, not Elder P. Hudson, my man, David Hudson Sr. Yeah, that's my man. And that's Shirley, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world's brother, I believe. All right, y'all, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 12th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Dina Brown. Brown. Dina Brown was like, I've known her since 1978, third grade. Dina Brown was undisputedly the prettiest girl in our class. Undisputedly. And she held on to that title going all the way up into high school. She was definitely that joint. But good people, absolutely, turning 52 years old today. And Hazel Fowler turning 58 years old today. And Frida Morgan turning 59 years old today. And Tamara Desmond turning 27 years old today, and Chris Everett turning 37 years old today, and Bunny Armstead, happy birthday to you, and Teresa Rembert turning 57 years old today, and Jessica Lynn Chapman turning 35 years old today, and Jackson True vocalist Sony, happy birthday to you, and Anthony Green, happy birthday to you, and last but not least, Damar Moore. You know what? We got to do the birthday shout outs from yesterday. And that would be, wait a minute, Kenyatta Jones, turning 46 years old today, Rhonda Coleman, and Yasmin Perez, turning 33 years old today, Alicia Lilly, and Maureen Sinkler, and last but not least, my big brother, Eric Battle. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious July 12th. I hope that today finds you in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. The most powerful muscle in your body is between your two ears, under the scalp, above your mouth. And when we talk about the times when we weren't feeling ourselves, a lot of times the reason we weren't feeling ourselves is because the thing that gave us the most confidence was the thing that we lost, or the things that we couldn't get together. For some people, it's their looks. For some people, it's their money. For some people, it's their love. For some people, it's their I don't want to say their money, but you know how like some people are able to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? Like sort of like the principal of a school or some type of organizer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not know what I'm saying, and I might not be explaining it right, but whatever it is that gives you what you consider your power base, it's hard to live without that. So it's really good to have whatever that power base is grounded in something that is redeemable, something that will turn over, something that will keep the party going, something that will be renewable. Because when it's something that will expire, like a BBL or a lot of makeup or some type of weight loss or weight gain or whatever, when it comes to looks, when it comes to money, when it comes to those things that you really don't have a lot of control over, you're putting yourself in an uphill battle. And you know, our lives are really centered around trying to make things easier for ourselves. We're trying to maximize our pleasure and minimize our pain. And sometimes the way that we get to that bag is hard, but we keep trying. Yo, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. Make sure y'all hit that like button before y'all get out of here. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for another Daily Go Get a Business show. So I want to thank y'all and tell you that I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. So Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. I say peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk.
And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace.